Okay, no. We're not doing that. No, we are not. I repeat, not listening to this while we do this. Okay, this is Hasselhoff Reviews here, and you can guess by that opening, you know what we're reviewing. You guessed it, it's the Lion King remake. The next of Disney's now tradition of remaking their old traditional anime 2D anime movies into CGI or live action movies. And today we look at their remake of The Lion King, directed by Jon Favreau, I think his name is, who, as you know, directed the Jungle Book remake. He also directed Elf, which I do not like. I'll get into that here. And of course, Iron Man 1 and 2. I'm just going to say this, I actually don't mind Iron Man 2. I actually don't. But here comes the Lion King remake, and let me just say this actually sucks. It sucks. It sucks big time. Why does it even exist? Why can't Disney stop remaking their modern traditional anime movies? Okay, look, I'll get into that a little bit later about Disney live action remakes, but let's just get on with this. So the story, I'm not going to talk about it. I mean, it's the same thing as the original, and I'd much rather talk about it when I review the original. I don't want to talk about it in this. So yeah, and to be honest, yeah, the original has problems with its story, but you cannot describe it. This has even more problems. I'm telling you, especially with the message. Yeah, the message can be taken the wrong way, as pointed out in Doug Walker's Disney December review. But the message. Don't you think there's even a message in this? I'm just saying. I also don't think there's really any comedy in this. I can only recall chuckling once when I was in the theaters, just once. And I mean, not to say I laugh at the original, but it's got some funny moments. I mean, it's got some great comedic actors involved in it. I mean, in the original, you got Nathan Lane, Ernie Sabella, Rowan Atkinson, Whoopi Goldberg, Cheech Marin. You've got some of the best comedic talents in history. And yeah, I don't laugh at all their jokes, but I can giggle a bit, and I think they're still handled pretty well. In this, you've got other great actors in it too, but come on. Jeez. The backgrounds, oh my gosh. I do not like how the backgrounds look in this. Hey, come on. The original looks absolutely amazing. This is just bland CGI African backgrounds. The worst being the gorge. In fact, to be honest, the whole gorge scene with Mufasa, oh my gosh, that scene just looks absolutely horrible. I mean, look at the original. That is iconic. The imagery. This isn't. Seriously. The songs. Well, okay, the new song they had isn't really memorable. I don't recall anything of it. I only know that it's just one. They redo the other songs. Okay, Hakuna Matata is okay, and yeah, okay, Hakuna Matata's alright, and I guess in many ways Circle of Life is still the same, but oh jeez, the Sunrise is bland in that the segue to each scene has missed the timing. I mean, I know the scene the opening of Circle of Life really well. I know how long it spends on each frame. They delay the first shot, the introduction of the first animal, by I think kind of, I don't know, 2 seconds. I don't know, that's a small difference, but I don't care. Can You Feel Love Tonight? The original song, the original scene, the part of the original set in twilight and night, and maybe a little bit in the afternoon. This is in pure daylight. Come on, Disney. Why not take away why not put in nighttime? Come on. You mean you do the night scene with Rafiki, but to be honest, I don't think that's still. It seems like more it's in the last few hours of night. Come on. Be prepared. Oh my gosh, the one song The one moment that's probably going to irk any fan of the original is the fact that Be Prepared is cut down. In fact, it's not really in it. You only get Scar only sings it a few seconds. In fact, I don't think he really even sees it. He just sort of goes in a slow speech. And you don't see the imitation of the Third Reich. Well, actually, maybe that's the reason why they decided to cut it, because they were imitating the Third Reich. Oh gosh. But still, come on. You don't have to do an imitation of the Third Reich and Be Prepared if you want to. Come on. The hyenas themselves also aren't even memorable. They make it feel like, look, in the original, you know they don't want to follow Mufasa, but they are willing to accept Scar. This one, they don't even like any king at first. And then when Scar says he would help them get food, and he was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And they still have Look, I don't remember any of they changed 2 of the hyenas' names, at least the main trio. I don't recall their names. All I can maybe recall is that Michael Key plays one of them. That's all. They also use Be Our Guest in this, in the scene where Timon and Pumbaa distract the hyenas when Simba returns. In the original, Timon does the hula. In this, he sings Be Our Guest from Beauty and the Beast. And look, I'm not a big fan of Beauty and the Beast, just to be honest. Not just the live act. Look, I haven't seen the live action movie, but I mean the 2D, the original animated one. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't mind it, but I do like the songs. Why do you add it in? Seriously. And there's still more problems. As I said, the wildebeest stampede scene. When we first get introduced to Scar, when we see that mouse running around, they spend way too much time on that mouse. Why? And Timon and Pumbaa, and when Simba joins them in the jungle, they have other animals living there. Come on! Timon and Pumbaa are outcasts. Why are other animals living there? Come on! And those animals, they don't even add anything to the movie. You could just cut them. Seriously. Look, you must be asking, and there's still more I can go on. Is there anything I like in this? Well, yeah, there is. While I'm not a big fan of seeing the original cast get replaced with new people outside James Earl Jones, though, to be honest, I don't really think he was that interested in this movie. I will admit that Seth Rogen and Beyonce Knowles as Pumbaa and Nala are actually good replacements. I mean, if there's anyone to replace Oni Sabella as Pumbaa, it will be Seth Rogen. He's a match made in heaven for the character, and he does pretty well. And to be honest, I think he's enjoying performing Pumbaa. And while I will always remain loyal to Maria Kelly as Nala, well, adult Nala that is, Beyonce is actually a really good replacement. I didn't think I would get that from her. I was quite surprised. And as much as I don't like the backgrounds, I will admit the CGI animation on the animals is actually really good. They go with a more realistic approach, and I'm not sure that looks the best on some regards. Like, I'm not sure if I'm that big of a fan on Pumbaa and Timon and Zazu. And actually no, maybe not. Oh, actually, yeah, maybe Zazu and the hyenas as well. The lions look absolutely gorgeous. The fur textures, everything. Even Rafiki, who's a baboon, looks also good as well. And there are some other things. Oh, just to go on with the visuals of the backgrounds, the elephant graveyard does not look like a graveyard at all. It just looks like a pile of rocks in the style of the Termite Hill from Lion King 2. Why? But yeah, outside of those two things, I don't really like this movie at all. It's awful. It ruins everything great about the original, and just does it in a really weak way. Look, I'm just gonna say with Disney live action remakes, I'm okay with doing the movies before The Little Mermaid. I'm okay with I'm alright if I was okay when they did Cinderella, Jungle Book, even Tim Burton's Dumbo. I thought that was okay, and I guess you can count Maleficent and Alice in Wonderland. But I'm okay with them doing those because they can introduce they can update things from that are now out of date with the original movies. Because as I said, these were before the 1980s. You got movies made in the 40s and 50s and 60s, so there are a lot of things out of date. I mean, I'm not sure how little kids would understand that the vultures in the original Jungle Book are supposed to be references to the Beatles. And I don't know if the pink elephant scene from Dumbo really is good to show little kids nowadays. Yeah. Look, I have not seen Dumbo or the Jungle Book live action remakes. I haven't seen any other ones outside of this is my first one. But I'm okay with them doing those. And okay, I do have this sort. I am intrigued. I will be intrigued if they remake, say, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Atlantis: The Lost Empire, and Tarzan. Well, Tarzan's going to be a little bit debatable due to Disney losing the deal with the estate of Edgar Rice Burroughs in the early 2000s. But Hunchback of Notre Dame, I think, would look great. I mean, I've got an idea for a perfect cast in it. I mean, I'm thinking Peter Dinklage for Quasimodo, Charles Dance for Frollo, Chris Hemsworth as Phoebus, Chris Pratt as Hugo, Rowan Atkinson maybe as Victor, and Laverne played by Julie Kavner. That's just me for that idea. I haven't worked out for Esmeralda yet. And for Atlantis, I mean, Tom Holland's expressed interest in playing Milo Thatch. I love Tom Holland. You know what, I wouldn't mind seeing that. But, yeah. I know the next one's Mulan, and I'm not going to watch it, especially since, here's the thing, they stick very close, most Disney live-action remakes stick very close to the original story, and I'm not a big fan of Mulan's story, especially the lie reveal cliche, but, yeah, that's just me. I don't care if you do the old movies, just don't do the ones from the Disney Renaissance. You have to stop. Come on. I don't know if people will accept a Little Mermaid live-action remake. Then that's probably going to happen anyway. Pocahontas will probably happen too. Hercules. And as I said, I'm not sure about Tarzan, but Hunchback they can definitely do. But yeah, I don't really like the Lion King remake. It's not good. I know a lot of people actually like it. There are quite a few people who are celebrating it. I even have a friend from work that likes it. But I don't like it at all. And I'm going to give this a 2.5 out of 10 has-stars. I'm not going to go into this anymore. But I will say this. To prove that this sucks, I'm going to watch the original movie. I'm going to review the original movie. After I get this awful taste out of my mouth. Besides, I've also got to review Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 soon, and well, actually that's my next review probably, and well, look, so that's my next review, and look, this isn't the worst movie I've ever seen. It might be close in my list, maybe in the bottom half, like say maybe 11 to 20 list, 11 to 20 margin, but not in my top 10. Trust me, this does not top, say, I Am Sam or Dougal, Space Chimps 2, or even some of the other things I haven't done, like Flintstones of Viva Rock Vegas, or great. I'm probably gonna have to review that now, aren't I? Well, I don't care. I'll give it a go. Well, there you have it. My next few reviews: the original Lion King, Flintstones of Viva Rock Vegas, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. So, well, as review is out, and, well, be wary if you're going to watch this. Bye.